No, if you're listening, you stupid fuck. He looks like one of those guys that from Long Island that wants to be a white rapper, but he's 30-something years old, lives in his parents' basement with the droopy cap and the whatever, but he thinks he's Howard Stern, and he's got a cool way of talking in the microphone, and he's a shock jock or whatever, and somehow or another he accumulates followers on Twitter. It's fucking pathetic. So please, nobody listen to anything involving a guy named Joe Cronin, because it's just so fucking sad.
What's up, wrestling fans? Yeah, good morning. What's up? You guys realize I haven't made a video and uploaded an actual regular video since September 12th? It's been all live streams from me, which is insane. But I want to thank Brad Johnson, who on one of my last uploaded videos, he dropped a $10 thanks down below. So thank you to him so much for that. If you guys want to use the thanks feature, that'd be sick, man. I'll definitely upload more videos. That is a great feature that YouTube has added down below with the $sign. I will pin the top supporter every time. I will pin you. I will pin you to the mat. 1, 2, 3. Done. You're done. Matt Riddle. Let's go into this real quickly, and then there's a couple other things. But Matt Riddle addressing comments that got him backstage heat. This by... grabbed by Wrestling Inc., Eric Mutter on Wrestling Inc.'s website. By the way, Raj Giri, what a great person. Raj Giri, one of the best people in wrestling, a nice guy, great website, one of the nice people. Most news reporters in wrestling typically turn out to be jack-offs, but Raj is someone always who will listen, and be a human being, unlike some other people, even though you try to do the right thing. Got to shout out Raj, man. He's always good. But this was acquired by Ryan Satan, who interviewed Matt Riddle on his podcast, which nobody listens to. But Matt Riddle said, "I'd say the biggest lessons are this is entertainment, and maybe don't talk too much trash." It's so weird to hear that opening statement. Matt Riddle saying, "I think one of the biggest things I've learned is that this is entertainment and don't talk trash." But it's like, dude, if it's entertainment, then you do talk trash. That's the point. That's what gets me into so much trouble. I love goofing with people, but then people take it seriously and go insane. You know what I mean? But I get it. There are some people take things way too seriously. The people that do the trolling, the attacks, the doxing, all that threats to people's families and stuff like that, obviously going on everywhere. None of that's okay. We're not talking about that, but we're talking about, goofing with some people. You know what I mean? I have a backwards dirty hat. I have a shell necklace. Joe thinks it's 1998. Schlong, Cyclops, Sap. JD, people make jokes about him. People make jokes about me. I think you should make jokes about all of us. Go ahead, make jokes about everybody. That's not a problem. It's the malicious stuff that's a problem. So what Matt Riddle is saying here, I don't understand why Matt Riddle is sort of saying this. He says, I'd say the biggest lessons are this is entertainment. And maybe don't talk too much trash. Isn't that that is what entertainment is? I don't know. That's what Conor McGregor did. He talks a bunch of trash. Riddle said, "I wouldn't say I got in trouble, but people aren't happy when I say certain things. And I'll say this: it's not old school, but there's this slight old school mentality on the main roster rather than many other companies or indies, where it's like you've got to watch what you say and be super respectful all the time. I try to be 100% of the time. Randy Orton even said when he first met me, he didn't like me. And I was like, I'll be honest, Randy, I heard the interview and I was sad. You never told me you didn't like me. I thought we were cool. I guess you didn't like me." And then he saw me in Stallion Pete Dunne tag at TakeOver, and he actually tweeted, "I didn't like you something, but I get it. Good luck." I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, I get the old school mentality, and I think there is an old school mentality that I respect as well, which is like that you don't, certain things, but because he's right, like the stuff you do on the indies with, I'm going to talk smack to this guy on Twitter, and then we'll go have a match somewhere. You don't really do that in WWE because it doesn't make sense, because you're not going to have a match with that guy probably. So you can't just create your own shit. You can't go into business for yourself. So from that perspective, I understand that. But from a perspective, if you are going to be going into business at some point with somebody, then I say the trash talk is let's go. You know what I mean? If you want to talk weird smack. So I kind of understand him in a way. And I also, I agree, but I disagree at the same time. Like, he's right. I think, like, again, if you're in WWE main roster and you're Matt Riddle and you're in a program with some guy and you're having matches against Damian Priest, say, it doesn't make sense to go on a full-blown attack on Twitter to go at, like, Brock Lesnar or to go at, like Chris Jericho or somebody. Like, it doesn't make sense. All that does is take the focus off what you're trying to do with Damian Priest when you're not going to have a match with those guys. So it's like, if you, but I think, yeah, if you want to go on trash talk Damian Priest, or maybe a couple other guys on the roster potentially, if you're not in any kind of dispute with anybody, then I don't have a problem with that at all. I think that's great. If you see someone tweet something goofy and you're like, oh, we're on the same, we're both on Raw, they don't know what they're doing with me right now or him or anybody, and you want to tweet something being like, yo, you look like a fool. Nice hat, idiot. Maybe I'll meet you backstage tomorrow or something like that. And you want to stir something? I think that's fine. I think that's a good idea. But again, I also understand from WWE's perspective that, hey, man, they might be doing something with you tomorrow, and now you've just, curveballed all of social media, into, like, thousands of people like being like, what's with this beef with this guy, So anyway, I don't know. It's entertainment, though. It's the point. It's like, keep us guessing. You want to keep the fans guessing as to what's real, what's not real, what's really going on. And if you can get fans to think these people, oh, God, this guy actually hates him. Like, they actually hate each other. Something's up here. Like, that's the best if you can do that. But it also doesn't make sense to do that if you're trying to sell some other angle or work with someone, or you're attacking Hulk Hogan or something. I mean, that's what all the marks do. They go on Twitter and attack people. Like, that's even what I did, right? Like, I've even done it, right? Like, I've gotten in goofy fights with people. I've said stupid shit to Bully Ray before. And from my perspective, it was just goofy, and he probably wouldn't even see it, and who cares, whatever. But then not only does he see it, but he goes, oh, you're disrespectful, and you're a psycho idiot, or you're a dumb idiot, type of thing. Like, you don't even know. And it's like, oh, man, well, you're taking it all wrong. I am being stupid. Like, I never expected this guy to even see what I was doing, or care. So, but that's what a Mark would do, or like some dorky video YouTuber Mark would do, like me. But yeah, I mean, listen, and I try to stay out of it sometimes too. Like, if I'm doing commentary for a local wrestling company and I'm booked one night and just the day before I was tweeting at some wrestler like, yeah, nice, you look like a bitch getting into your car, bro. Why do you look like such a puss getting into your car? And then the next day I see him at a wrestling show. It's like 9 times out of 10, these guys are pissed. They're not like, oh, that was funny when you joked around on Twitter. They're more like, oh, you're that fucking loser guy who tweeted me some dumb shit like the other day. Fuck off. And it's like, oh. So it's like they don't see it the way that. So I get. Basically what I'm trying to say is I'm relating to Matt Riddle. I understand what it's like to be caught off guard that someone's actually angry with you, because it's happened to me so many times, because I'm always trying to, make a joke or do something crazy or do something weird or whatever the case is. Not maliciously, obviously, but to that level of just playing around. But the problem is, Matt Riddle's in the company now. So like when you were doing that in NXT and stuff like that, there were probably higher ups who were like, what the hell is this guy doing? He's acting like a goddamn Joe Cronin YouTuber guy, but you're actually in the company. What are you doing? So I get the criticism, and I'm trying to bring it back to myself to relate to it, I guess. I don't know. But in my opinion, I think he's right that, sometimes there should be some of that shit going on. There really should be. But then there's sometimes where, again, like, well, that's, you're derailing our set plans that we already had for you, so don't do that. Bryan Danielson planned to climb AEW rankings to get Kenny Omega rematch. So this is what we thought would happen, right? The Danielson has to earn it. You can't just have a title shot. I'm convinced that they do or possibly do want to put that belt on DB as soon as possible. Or BD, I guess now. I'm sorry. I'm never going to get it right for a while. So Danielson to climb AEW rankings. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, if they're going for Full Gear, then it's going to be a couple of months of a build of Bryan Danielson building his way back up to getting that rematch. And if he gets that rematch, man, he's going to win that title. Bryan Danielson is going to become AEW champion, at Full Gear potentially. And I know that All In was the first one, and then it was All Out, and we've had these All Outs and whatever. I really do think AEW needs a big event that's like the event. And maybe All Out is, but I wish they would announce that. They would say, this is our biggest event of the year. I want them to have, I just feel like they should have their own WrestleMania. But I guess they don't feel that way. All Out, I guess, is the event. That's the event that started it all, I guess, but not really because All In started it all. Because everybody was all in, remember? It was like, we're all into doing this, putting on this big arena show on our own outside of WWE for the first time, this big thing. And that was thanks to the Young Bucks and Cody and Kenny Omega and Ring of Honor and all the Elite and all those guys and their ideas and vision and what they were doing. That was all of them. I don't even remember where you can watch. Can you even get All In on like DVD or something? Who owns that? That's a great point. Or is it on YouTube or something? I don't even know if you can get that. Can you even watch All In? I don't remember where I ordered it, guys. I think I ordered it on pay-per-view, but where is it? Does anybody know? Someone's going to have to tell me in the comment section. I don't even know. All In. Wrestling pay-per-view. All In Part 1. Oh, I guess. Oh, no. All In. Oh, here it is. Well, somebody uploaded it. Don Callis leaving commentary for Kenny is such a precursor.
We will see the Golden Elite, Kota Ibushi teaming with the Young Bucks to take on Rey Mysterio Jr., Bandito, and Rey Fenix.
There it was. It was, wow. It's hard to believe this was January 9th, 2018. Man, can you guys remember that? Oh my God, dude, it doesn't even feel real anymore. It feels like, it just feels like so long ago now. It was like we were watching this rogue pay-per-view event that was incredible. Man, what a night that was when you go back and look at it. I wonder if you can get it on DVD anywhere or whatever, because it wasn't yet part of AEW. But it is part of where they built up. Anyway, I'm dozing off here watching this and having this reminiscent moment. But what a time, man. They had Ian Riccaboni on commentary. Wow. I just want to close this video out by saying thank you guys to everybody who likes the videos, shares the videos, subscribes to me, follows me on Twitter. My Twitter's back at JCS Commentary. Instagram.com/Joe Cronin Show. I'll be back later with more. Just want to say thank you to the people who do reach out to me, who do believe in me, who understand, who people that have reached out to me for, to do commentary and stuff like that, who, you know what I mean? People that think, I just can't thank you guys enough, especially when I'm mixing my own personality with comedy personality with who I really am. It's hard to tell who really Joe Cronin is, and I appreciate the people that reach out and know who I really am, like as a person in real life. Do you know what I mean? And not just like when I'm making crazy jokes on my podcast or on a show. or maybe I'm tweeting something insane to be funny or some kind of thing. I appreciate that there's people out there that understand that, like, who I really am. That if I made some joke, that's not like a dead serious. It's just like so many people don't understand. But I just really specifically appreciate those people more and more that that say something nice to me, and then I'm like, wow, I'm surprised you would say something to me. And they're like, I get it. I get what they just know, what's really going on. And that's pretty cool, man, because there's so many people that don't, that will just be like, man, you're that guy who shouts and is an asshole or something. And it's like, yeah, kind of, but, I'm not really like that. It's not, I don't really, I'll really give people, I'll say really positive things about people when they're good people, like Rajiri from Wrestling Inc., who's a good person. Thanks to the producers on Patreon. You guys are the best, man. Without you, the show would be screwed. So thank you so much for supporting the show. Every single last one of you. And there's some of you that aren't even on this list. The list is getting revamped at the beginning of November. So we'll have a new list updated, and I'll be able to shout out everybody. But I do want to just take a second. I hope you guys leave some love in the comments down below. Give me your opinions and thoughts on some things, and I'll be kind of mulling over that stuff in a little bit to see what you guys are talking about and, what you think about all this stuff. But I do want to say thank you to the producers, man. There are 35 of you. Craig Dubbies. I like to call him Doobies. What up to Craig? Red Poison. Brian Owens. Ryan. The Heel. Joseph Bishop. Mike Shaw. Cody Mastro. Humble to Be. Skittles. Alan Stober. Shell. J-Man from KC. Colonel Stutters. Kevin Murphy. Jake Leonard. Man, thank you so much, Jake. Cold Brew Crew, Stevie-O, Dwayne Crenshaw, Joseph Lightsey, Extreme Shaft, and, of course, the $100 Joe Cronin Army God, Sith Negan. A crazy, huge supporter, Sith Negan. And, of course, the $50 Turkey Club is alive with Nikki J., the Weed God, Chad LaFave, ADTR 210, Gordon Bombay, Drew Bar 100, CJ Rella, Justin McNeil. Justin McNeil with over $3,000 of support since the beginning of time on the Joe Cronin Show Patreon. Justin, JM, thank you. Matt Rossmeyer, $50 Turkey Club. Thank you, Matt. Alex O'Donnell, Jason Tarr, Kalel Bama. In as a producer. Jeremy Brooks, thank you so much, bro. JD Venom, Stars Scream. Thank you guys all for being producers. Without you, I'd be homeless. So thank you so much for that. And I will catch you guys in the next video, man. Thanks. Hit that like button, share, all that stuff. What do you think about Riddle's comments and the heat backstage? What do you think about this? Listen to this comment about Riddle. Check this out.
I know some people are like, what people say. It's like, oh, it's the main roster. It's a curse. I think it's awesome, man.
Well, you know what people say, man, about the main roster. It's a curse. I think it's awesome. How funny is that, dude? How funny is that Riddle on Ryan Satan's show brings up, oh, you know what people say about the main roster? It's a curse. Like, what? Oh my God, they all know about that. That's so funny that they all talk about that and know about that. Oh my God. The fact that he says that's around all in the WWE locker rooms. Every single one of those wrestlers fully aware that the main roster is a curse. This was posted 20 hours ago. Oh my God! But Raw was better than usual last night, but that's not hard to it's not hard to beat a 1, 2, 3, 4. You would think. Raw had some good moments last night, and then it had some bad ones, and then it had some boring ones as always. But hey, at least we got something better than usual. All right, I'm really leaving this time, guys. Here's some other videos popping up right now. that you might have missed on my channel.